everybody back on this time.
We're not blocked. We're not blocked.
Yeah, we played beans, greens, and potatoes.
I
tomatoes.
told you that song's the devil, man.
They got us right up out of here.
Told y'all. Y'all don't listen, man, to Negroes, cuz I told you, man. Seriously.
Wow, that's ridiculous. I don't think I want to live in a place that's like this nitpicky about everything.
Hey, man.
They're trying to like become like Japan, to where they're just sucking away to everything from stuff like you can personally enjoy it for your own enjoyment, but you can't publicly like do anything with it.
That's true.
And if that's gonna be the case, then what is America? Because I thought that's like the last bit of why I had to even be here. At that point, I might as well pack my bags up like they've been asking me to do the whole time and leave.
You are absolutely right. I'll tell you one thing before Trump gets impeached.
Right. The trashiest land. I'm about to leave. You hear that, America? I'm about to take all of the minorities with me when I leave, and you'll have no more labor. You need to figure this out.
You ain't Harriet Tubman. You take all minorities with you.
I'm gonna try to make it happen. I'm gonna petition it. Everybody, come with me to Sassy Island.
Come with me.
For those that are just joining us now, apparently we got blocked because of some copyrighted music that we may or may not have pirated from off of another video. And now that I see the numbers are jumping, we thought you didn't love us, but I knew that you were going to be there waiting and wondering what's going on. We were not late. We were right on time. Unfortunately,
how can you prove it?
I don't think that we can. I mean, we got some logs on there, but other than that, I'm glad to see it. That's right. Funnel on in, because I was about to say, did we just blow our load? Like, are we? I mean, oh God, that was disgusting. I did not mean it like that.
Okay, sure you did.
I definitely didn't mean it like that. So please help us out. Share some more, because I don't want to end up in Facebook jail.
Share to any groups.
Huh?
Not letting me share to any groups.
Well, that's probably because you're at your share quota. And if you can show.
It actually happened.
No, we don't have it. No, you can share. You know what share quota is. You can share as much as you want to.
But we up. There we go. We up to 17. I got nervous. I was wondering where everybody was.
Yeah.
But apparently because of copyright.
It was like Thanksgiving. These people ain't gonna play a show on Thanksgiving.
We definitely did a strong half an hour of great content.
How about that?
Nobody will ever see.
Nope. So if you want to see that content, go to the Patreon page. It's stuff for real legit. Legit. No, seriously.
Go to our Patreon.
Yeah, we clip that video and put it on Patreon, man, so they can see that, man, for $1.
Yeah.
For $1, man. So we can we harass Sassy for $1. You want to see that?
Harass me for $1. Steve, yes, it is sunny in Sassy Island. Yeah, so you should come too. I'm inviting you also. You're invited, Steve. Come to Sassy Island.
Now wait a minute.
It's a duck trap, man.
What exactly is the currency on Sassy Island?
Currency on Sassy Island.
Have you thought about it yet?
Not as of yet.
Is there a governor on Sassy Island?
Me.
You're the governor?
I run Sassy Island because I'm sassy. How is it going to be named after me and I don't run it?
I'm just saying, because as a leader in the community, I feel as though I could step in and show you how to run Sassy Island as long as you gave me totalitarian power.
No, why would I ever?
I'm just saying. Everybody named Tef would be in servitude to everybody named Mark, Sean, Curtis.
Well, that's fine. I gotta make sure that all of these people that have these names are not there. That's all.
Well, good thing my name is Reese.
Yeah, right. How about that? I'll take Nux, man. There you go.
Do aliases are allowed on Sassy Island?
Well, I mean, not legally. You can't use it for legal purposes.
How you just gonna come up with all these American rules if you trying to leave America?
Exactly.
Wait, American rules? These are basic, generic rules.
Sassy,
layouts for
I swear,
country.
Sassy is the next. Sassy's the next Hitler.
Don't believe it.
Real,
Sassy Island is really Cuba.
It's really Cuba. We want to stoop that low to say. Well, you know what? It could be.
Look, she started. She was like, "That ain't too bad." Cuba.
It could be North Korea.
Wow.
Oh yeah, it could be. Yeah.
It could be worse.
That's why I said. I mean, okay, Cuba, but
Kim Jong Sassy and all that.
Kim Jong Sassy.
Yeah, at least you get to look at whatever you want to look at, and I'm not like making you watch me.
Vladimir Sassy. Vladimir Sassy.
Vladimir Putin Sassy. There you go.
Sassy Trump is more like
yeah, for real.
Oh, you want to diminish me all the way to being I'll treat you better than that. Don't listen to these
Adolf
people.
Sassy.
Oh, dang.
Okay,
I know.
Dang.
Exactly.
You is. Yo.
The only thing.
Heights are coincidence. It's such a
We about to get banned again.
Yo. Are you crazy?
Mark, we don't resemble any of Mark's statements. He is not a part of this.
Yo.
So back to McDonald's kids meals.
Sean, he just put you mine Moncoon. Are you crazy?
Hey man, that's how
You
it
are
is,
not
huh?
the man in the high tower. What are you doing? To any of our Jewish viewers, we apologize.
That's
for,
how it is, man.
Mark and his
Hey, he said my nigga. My neck is.
Patreon.com/headnerdsincharge.
We got t-shirts too.
yeah, and
For a limited time at this point.
and proceeds go to sensitivity training.
Because y'all need it.
Why I gotta go to sensitivity training because Mark is a butthole and you keep bringing that butthole back here.
Oh my god.
Yo.
This is why.
Like you personally called this
See, this
butthole
is exactly
and
why
told me
we
to come.
almost didn't come, though. This is exactly why we almost didn't
I know,
come.
Wouldn't be the first time I heard a woman say that.
Yeah, right?
Shut up!
Oh my god.
You ain't up in the house and
Oh
you
my
ain't
God,
on
Tiff, I love
Thanksgiving
you.
Eve and you ruined it for
Listen.
this. Give me some of that juice, goddammit.
Oh, no, you ain't getting that juice,
I don't
though.
have time for this.
Nah, man.
Give me the
You
juice.
got that water right in front of you,
Give
girl.
me
Go
the
ahead.
juice. I want the
For
juice.
once, it's the white one that's not in trouble here.
Yo,
I gave you a whole rib.
Yeah, you did. I'll give you that. All right.
well, who are you,
Thank
Adam?
you.
Anyway,
Yeah, right?
so there's stuff going on in the news, but we can't get to it because Mark's a Nazi.
Absolutely.
So, Tef, could you please lead us in the I don't know what's next.
Do you want to go back to McDonald's kids meals?
No!
No more kids' meals. That's how we got here in the first place.
That's the pages.
I think.
See, this is why I got these. Big ups to my man Aaron who does 3D printing. This is Head Nerds in Charge. We'll give you the love, but then you also got to get the hate.
Oh my God.
We'll do both equally well.
Oh my god.
Continue.
This show was brought to you by
You stop. You're
This-
not helping.
This show is brought to you by the letter N for nigga. Sorry.
Shut up.
my
I
God.
hate you. I hate both of y'all.
Yo, I just had a very long talk.
And you just sitting here in the
No.
middle of it like,
All right, so
I don't
just
know.
to turn, just a little bit. I had a very good conversation with a friend of mine who was talking about how. Yes, we're gonna do the hot topics. Just give me a second. He talked about how we have an overuse of the N word on this show, and that we should
Interesting.
try to do our best to tone it down. And
Yeah, that's a really good luck. Yeah, you're right about that.
and you know what? And it got me to thinking. I feel as though we do.
Who's we? So make sure you clarify that because there's no we in this sentence because Sassy has always known how to tone it down when I need to. So excuse me.
Says the succubus with the horns.
Yeah, how about
Yes,
that?
but she's not out here popping and fly with the N-word.
Wait,
Oh,
I
My
know
mama.
you not.
I said she's not. I said
Wait a minute.
she's the one who's
Girl.
I am
Hold up. Girl.
I'm an innocent bystander who just allowed this.
Get out of here. You're a weeaboo and an
Across my
otaku.
face.
You an old taco. Anyway,
What is an old?
either way,
T-shirts are at jgapparel.com.
JGApparelStore.com.
JGapparelStore.com.
See, this
If we
Negro-
still get
What's the code
sponsorship,
again?
I'll be shocked.
What's the code again, man, for that 10%?
that it's NIGGA. It's NERDZ. NERDZ. I promise you, we're gonna do better because we have to.
But we
do
won't.
better.
But we won't.
We're trying to do better. We're trying to. The problem is we don't have any FCC rules, and we
Good,
basically, thank God, because
Yeah,
we would
for
never
real.
make it on the radio
Seriously.
ever.
You hear so many beep, 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 beep,
Yup.
you know what I mean? Like, for real, like Morse code, dude.
So, Tef, could you please continue with the hot topics? What's going on in the news?
Daniel Kaluuya from Get Out and Black Panther is making a movie about slain Black Panther Party leader next year, and it's filming in Cleveland.
What a great segue. Are we excited about this? I don't know. See, my family is actually one of the founding families of the Black Panther Party chapter of Philadelphia. My cousin was the leader. I mean, he traveled with Huey P. Newton, and he was a part of the security detail. There's pictures documenting all of this. Even on my Facebook page, if you go look on it, you'll see the long, illustrious history of my family and the Black Panther Party. So I'm kind of...
But this movie not for you, though. It's for the rest of us.
Well, y'all need to learn your history. That's what's wrong with you.
Probably.
Yeah,
yeah, that is probably what's wrong. But whose fault is that?
Ooh.
Anyway.
And
Really?
Sean knows what he signed up for when he comes on this show.
The scapegoat for tonight's episode is brought to you by Sean.
What's next?
So Mark Wahlberg and Tom Holland are going to be starring in a Uncharted movie. Like that's the video game. Right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, here's the thing. With Tom Holland, I agree, man. But Mark Wahlberg as Sully, like,
Is he still alive?
who,
Mark Wahlberg is like old. Marky
Hang on.
Mark.
Mark's supposed to be Sully?
Yeah.
No, it should be Bruce Campbell.
Thank you.
He was
Army
meant
of
for that
Dead?
role.
Yo, they would have been a perfect.
Yeah, Evil
you're
Dead.
right.
Evil Dead. What did I say? Army of Dead?
Army of Dead,
Yeah.
yeah.
Which you thinking of Army of Darkness, which was a sequel.
Gotcha. Thank you. I appreciate you because you know I don't do them demons.
Well, you knew the halfway demons, man, or something. But it
But
was
why
still.
do they need an Uncharted movie when it already looks like a movie? Like, I literally said
Because money.
Yeah, exactly. It's like how they did with Tomb Raider. I mean,
Everything
they
is a
would do
movie
so many
adaptation
Tomb
of
Raiders.
something.
They don't need that, though. Like, you're so...
They don't need
Well,
it.
they
But are
don't need it,
people
but
going
they
to
have
pay
to.
to watch it?
Yeah, of
Yes.
course they are, but people will pay for a lot
Because
of
there's no
those
quick
shit.
time events in a movie.
I mean, how many of y'all are going to go see the Sonic movie?
I will. Now that they changed the
I
character
will
design.
now,
Yeah,
yeah.
but
I
finally.
have to anyway because I feel like after all of that complaining and whatnot that was done, it would be rude and a disservice to not go see it because if those like movie expectations for their budget or whatever that they don't make it back, then that's a waste. And when will they ever listen to us again? They wouldn't want to because it's like we listened to you and wasted money and time and you didn't even go see it.
Yeah.
You know what's deep about that? The changes took over $10 million.
Yep.
$10 million.
But
That's how much you love the fans.
Only a month to do it.
Well, that's why it cost $10 million.
Exactly.
It was like, hurry up.
Yep.
Yeah.
So.
Let me tell you something. If a studio puts out $10 extra million that they did not have to originally spend,
Put it this way, man. For all like the diehard Sonic fans like yours truly, like if they kept that design.
oh, you
and
wouldn't have gone and seen it
So
anyway.
they would
It would have tanked.
They would have lost
Yeah,
money
you're
anyway,
right.
So you got to count the cost.
You got to
and all
kind of
that.
double down.
Right. You know what I mean?
Got
So,
you. It's like going to buy a car and not really getting it checked out the way it should.
Yeah.
And then you find out there's a dead hooker in the trunk.
Hey, well.
What?
No?
Why it gotta be?
I don't know the whole
I
story.
didn't say, hold on. I didn't say what gender that hooker was.
That's
So
the
I'm still
worst
sensitive.
damn analogy.
That's your boy, Ken. That's your boy.
I'm still sensitive. I never said what gender the hooker was.
Apply.
I didn't even. The best.
Nobody calls men hookers.
Hold on. I didn't even say that the hooker was assigned any gender.
Did you just say men of the
I'm
evening,
not even
cuz?
complaining because of the gender. I'm
Hey.
complaining because why does it have to be a damn hooker? That's the worst possible outcome.
Wait, that's
Analogy
that's
doesn't even
wait.
apply in this sense.
That's
that. Wait, that's never happened to y'all.
No.
You an idiot, man.
I
No,
don't get
but
involved in the things you
Thank you,
say.
Gary Barbera, for my last car. Pop that trunk. Pop that trunk. Dan Asano. Pop that trunk. Oh, close
see?
that trunk.
Nah, but you know what though, like, but going back on the subject though, man, because
Tom Holland would not make a good Nathan Drake.
as a young Nathan Drake though,
Young?
as a young Nathan Drake, he would. He would.
So would this be as like a prequel kind of thing? Or is
it's
this
a remember they did it off of what was the second Uncharted? Dante was the second Uncharted, so they're going off the second Uncharted off the flashback.
How about
man.
I never played a single
I know you
iota
never
of
played a single
Uncharted.
Uncharted game, man.
I just
It's fun.
it's
That's really
it's
fun.
good.
It's like you're playing
That looks
through a
good.
movie,
It's
like
like-
an action.
because you know he's the gamer.
But see now, you gotta play that joint.
It's
now,
like
man.
Tomb Raider. It's man Tomb
It
Raider.
is, yeah.
It's
You'll love
modern
it.
Indiana Jones.
It is. That's
It's
all.
man Tomb Raider.
It's man Tomb Raider,
Because the
man.
thing is, when you equate it to a movie, I don't make the correlation.
Right.
But when you equate it to a video game, it's the
Then
man
you kind of
version.
get it exactly. It is a man version of Tomb Raider. That's what we say.
See,
Nathan
and
Drake is
But that's
it's
why
Lara
I'm
Croft.
like, why
Game
does
like
it
that,
need
the
a
man
movie?
version of Tomb Raider?
No.
It's not really.
No, because this one specifically, it's artifact hunting, but the main character's
Yeah.
guy, so
But see
that
now Now,
again, it's basically Indiana Jones, but without the Nazis. So help me.
Here we go with these Nazis
know,
again.
Right?
Yo, in the history of the show.
We almost threw a hot topic. Can we just get to the trailer? Like, bruh.
Actually, she's right because we're already a half an hour behind because of the.
We're gonna need a drink already.
But evidently, people must see something in us right now, considering it is like 22 of y'all still here, even through the shenanigans.
Exactly, they love Nazis too.
Because they come for the shenanigans.
Yeah, apparently they must be coming for the shenanigans.
I will take that cap off your head.
If you're here for the shenanigans, you should say something in the comments.
No. I'll do you one better. I'll double down on what Sassy said. Please help us share our shenanigans.
There you go.
Please hit the share button and help us to get to 50, and Tef will twerk at the end of the show.
Oh my God.
No, I twerked the last 2 episodes.
So we got
get your big ass up there and you twerk.
See, look at the profanity. We're never going to get monetized.
Wait, I ain't said the N-word.
Profanity.
Sean has promised to twerk one of his cheeks if
I got a biscuit, but there's nothing to twerk. Don't try that with me, okay?
it is Popeye's biscuit. You bite that thing, you're going to choke on it. Listen, this is what we need. We need to get up to about 50 shares because now we basically are unable to do it because of the last fiasco. So, show some love. Hit that share button.
Share 50 times. We are going to wash Mark's hat. That's my goodness.
Sean's going to eat a bag of candy.
Oh, commercial
Okay.
time. Commercial
But I
time.
have nothing about
Commercial time. Yeah. This is the season of giving. Because I don't give any.
For everybody.
So, Don, you got that commercial booted up for him?
So, wait, no, because we have one more.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. Because you said commercial.
First of all, she didn't say commercial. Y'all said commercial.
She said, "Can we get to the trailer?"
Right, y'all
I
just
don't
throwing
want any
dicks in
candy.
your mouth.
So what's next?
Cult classic Baby's Kids is now available to stream on Netflix.
I need that.
I looked at it.
We don't die. We multiply.
So
I had that on VHS, bro.
Yeah.
So my grandma taped it on a blank VCR.
I remember that over somebody's wedding.
No, it was over some stupid movie.
Did y'all ever play the game for it?
What?
There was a Baby's Kids video game.
No, there wasn't.
Yes, there was.
There was no, there wasn't. There is no way in the history of Negrodom somebody Caucasoid knows about a game.
No, wait, I think I remember that now. Yeah.
It was on the second channel.
It was a horrible platform.
If y'all remember a Bebe's Kids video game, I need y'all to drop that heart button and let me see if anybody in the
Drop the heart. Yo, yeah.
Also, just because I want Kurt proven wrong, please provide it.
Ain't nobody doing no hearts.
Just share and say you watch Baby Kids and watch the show too.
Nobody has said that they see no hearts popped up. No, Sean, you don't count. Get out of here.
Steve just said it.
No, not. Oh, let's see. Here we go. Everybody being extra.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Steve.
There is, never in the history of Negrodom has there ever been a Baby's Kid video game.
That's always an adaptation of every cartoon or every.
Well, they're a liar.
Yeah.
So
what was it based off? It was like the E.T. Atari game. You got to get out of the park.
Out the park.
You got wait a mic. You ain't got no mic. You kill me. Mark, tell me, what about the game? What was going on in the game?
Like Dante said, he got to get out the park, basically, man.
You know what? Neither one of you Negroes
That's
are worth
it.
2 cents.
Oh, you had to get out the It's like a side scroller thing that you just trying to hop over obstacles.
It's like Aladdin.
Hold on, wait. Yeah. Say it again. Sassy, say it again.
So you were hopping over obstacles to get out the park. That's what you're doing.
You played Aladdin before, right?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
It's the same thing.
And it's different
But I had a
segments
magic
involving the
carpet.
kids.
All right, well, look, it's stage 6 or whatever, man. But yeah.
Yeah, you act like you.
So it was like jumping up on.
like Aladdin, yeah.
Okay, so it's a side scroller.
That's what
Like
I
Lion
just
King.
said.
Oh, I wasn't listening to you,
yeah.
Sassy.
Yeah, I know you wasn't.
He was.
I'm just playing.
Discredited
That's
Sassy.
just playing. Stop
I
it.
know stuff about games.
I know,
too.
right? Sassy, you the only anime weeaboo.
All right, best scene.
What? First of all, like
I
I
know
just
too.
said, I'm an otaku. That means I'm versatile. I know things about anime and video games.
Yup, she's an old taco.
Yeah,
What's your favorite scene in Bebe's Kids?
Oh, with they was going after with the mama jokes, man. Of
Yeah,
course.
I
That
was
always
about
gotta
to
be
say.
said, man. Yo.
Yeah.
What you said? Oh my God.
Would you say somebody told your mom that it was chilly outside? She went and got a
Bowl.
bowl.
That's like everybody's
Favorite scene?
part.
Yo, I don't know what it is. It's something about that little. It's Tone Loc and that baby. Yeah, I need to be changed. Like it's something about that voice.
Yeah. But I never realized how like the low key like they pointed out racism and stuff in there. When I was younger, all of that stuff kind of went over my head, and I didn't really pay it any mind. I'm like, they just getting in trouble because they some bad little kids. But then when you really started analyzing it, it was literally people coming up, making an assumption. You got these wild little black kids running around this amusement park unattended, so they must be up to no good.
Mm-hmm. You know what? My man Zeke said it definitely was a game. It was on SNES and Steve co-signed. Now that it was. Now I'm going a little bit in my bag with this one. If you remember Bebe's Kids, do you remember the cartoon short that came before Bebe's Kids with the Exterminator? Taff, you know what that means? You're just as old as I am.
Y'all lost
what?
But I'm not though. Those 6 years make a difference.
So I do want to say a bit unrelated but familiar. This does remind me. Too bad. It does remind me that I'm excited because I've never seen Baby's Kids, but it does remind me Proud Family is coming to Disney Plus with new episodes next year.
I don't like the Proud Family.
You don't like the Proud Family?
Nope.
Oh, I'm sorry, lady.
Taking shit off my line for next week. Y'all just
I don't.
can't let me be great.
No. Tell him why you mad. Tell him why you mad. The white man come in, stealing all the black man's topics.
First of all, stop because you do it too.
Whoa. When I do it, I'm borrowing it. When he does it, it's appropriation. You culture vulture. We actually really like Sean. He's actually a friend of ours. And though it may not, and listen, if you're gonna be Caucasian with a bunch of black friends, you better get a thick skin real quick. Because if you don't know, we grind each other up.
Really?
Huh?
Is that a fat joke at my expense?
Really? Well, considering the fact that all the jokes that we've already had, 2 racist Nazi joke, a Jew joke, LGBTQ community joke, a couple black jokes, a whole lot of niggas. I think a fat joke is about as good as it's going to get tonight.
I think someone has a bingo.
But ain't nobody getting no money. Taff, what's next on the outline?
She don't know.
A trailer, thank God.
Ew.
Don,
Hold on. He said he got a soft spot for the Proud Family. If you like the Proud, I never understood the affinity for the Proud Family.
What?
It was good.
I never liked it. I never liked it.
So have you actually like?
I've watched whole
First of
seasons.
all, I'm glad I'm not the one that said it this week because y'all always looking at me like I'm crazy when I'm like I never liked that.
I never liked
Well,
Proud.
I'm good.
Because Sugar Mama always looked like she had the beaties.
Well, she probably did.
Yeah.
She did have the
She
beaties.
had all of the symptoms that aligned for her to have it, so she probably did.
And it's called the sugar.
No, we call it
How could you not like
in my family we call it the beaties.
How could you not like her little dynamic with her with Poppy or whatever?
Oh,
when he used to be
yeah.
talking about her in Spanish, and she'd be like, he done called her like every old bat in the book, and be like, I just gotta die with this.
Belittling.
And he cracks up and laughs. And
Belittling the black woman unbeknownst to her. First off, what do you mean? You know it's called the beaties. Because the boy be like, I got diabetes. All right, so I guess we got a commercial, right, Don?
We have a trailer coming up for the new Grudge remake.
Ew. More demons. I don't know why y'all love these demons. I don't know.
Ghosts,
Yeah.
demons.
Y'all love these demons. I'm getting out of here.
Well, we out.
Listen. Me and Mark out of here. We got a trailer for more demons. Yep. Go ahead, Don. Play the demons. We out.
Hello, it's Peter Spencer.
I'm here about selling the house.
Is anyone home? Hello?
This is Detective Muldoon.
This is Peter Spencer. Something happened to me at 44 Rayburn Drive.
Someone was murdered at that house.
Why did you never go into that place?
Something never felt right about it.
Looks like we got another one.
Do you think that the body we found's related? Hello? I went to the house. Hello? Police department. I think something followed me home.
Mommy, what's going on? What's wrong?
We need to leave right now.
Nazi. Oh, wait a minute. Master Masula, the Nazi.
We are live.
Hi, everybody.
See, what happens on a live show is we don't have the opportunity to add out or bleep out anything. So, if we actually realize that we have been supremely offensive for the last 30 minutes, this is how much we can do about it.
Exactly. There you go.
You mean for the last hour?
I didn't need you to
Put your kids to bed. There you go.
Yes, you did.
Yes,
Tef, what's next?
So, moving on, the mid-card topic for the day is The Mandalorian faces controversy after some people call it out for lacking female characters.
Here's the thing. You can't please everybody, man.
Pause. You didn't even fucking let me finish.
Wait, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, girl. Let me tell you something.
Bye. That's your damn problem.
Marcy! Stop pushing that button! I hate my life. Can somebody please?
You saw the feminist in her, right? She was like, plus ultra.
Oh, you threw a nerdy reference. Congrats.
Help me!
Oh my God, go ahead, Sam.
So what do people have an issue with three episodes in?
No, but one lady pointed it out, and then. So first of all, I feel like the point she made wasn't completely without merit. I went back.
Oh my God!
I
Here we go.
went back and I watched the episodes, and for real, there's only one woman who speaks at all in like the hour and a half plus there is. I'm gonna throw my phone at you. I swear to God.
As like one of the biggest Star Wars fanboys, I'm like eager to say something.
Please,
Sean,
please.
About how
Please, Sean.
No,
Sean, go, Sean.
Oh yeah, I'm going. I'm
Team
good.
Baby Yoda.
There you go. That's all.
Oh my
That's
God.
all.
Okay. All right. How about this? The most sensible way to get through this without us all stepping over each other is to find a clear and concise way of doing this. All the men will talk first, and then we'll continue.
Wow.
I'm joking. I'm just playing. Please, ladies, I'm so kidding. No. I want to. Tef, I already know you're going to be super outspoken on this because you're amazingly intelligent and articulate, and I can't wait to hear your point of view on all of this. Sassy, I would like to know how you feel about these things, and then Mark, Sean, and myself will be quiet.
No, I'm gonna take my lips, man, because if I say something, man, it's Tef is going to like
anybody want me to say anything.
I do want you to say something.
Tef's gonna do some bleedy blues.
I'll put it like this: it's 3 episodes in, right?
Yep.
Fourth episode's coming up this weekend. Do you feel like it's an issue?
It's not for me personally. I cannot speak for how other people feel about it if they feel like they're underrepresented. But as I say with most things, if you feel some type of way about it, don't watch it. Like, if you really had that big of a problem to where you feel like this thing's not happening the way that you need it to happen, as I do with most things that I don't like and I don't like the way that it's going, I change the channel or I don't turn it on at all. And I say screw it, because just because everybody else is watching it doesn't mean I have to. And I mean, like, yeah, okay, representation and all of that, but sometimes you can just let stuff go and live life and continue, and it's not going to be the end of the world. And that's all I would like for everybody to realize in life.
Steve Jordan told us to watch out for the boomerang high heels.
Yeah, Kurt, because you're about to get boomeranged with one soon. You better watch.
I've done a lot of things in my life.
No, Kurt, I didn't know you had a foot fetish.
I've never been boomeranged before. That'd be a new one on me. All right.
I'm done with you.
All right, Sassy, you said your point. Sean, how do you feel?
Honestly, I can roughly see where you guys are coming from, but I don't think it's a needed viewpoint due to the fact, look, The Mandalorian is, first of all, it is of a solo Mandalorian's journey at the first part. We can also see, if you go on a Disney Plus thing, that he is going to get companions, one that is a woman. Third of all, if this was a continuous, like, ongoing series and it's like a sausage fest, yeah, I can understand. But it's one guy, a Baby Yoda right now, and soon more will come along the way. And
Baby Yoda, dude, that does not have gender as of yet.
Yes, and that's fine. But
satisfy the non-binary.
What if it
I also now
hold on, go ahead, Sean.
Now here's the thing. I'm also one of the people. I don't care if it's a female or not. I would still watch it if it's good. But also
Sean,
for those
using the term female is very offensive to women in our community. They feel as though that the term female is equated with animals and not women themselves.
Which
I will do things.
Oh, good. I'm glad you felt that way, because
which is dumb.
now it's dumb. But go ahead, continue, Sean. If you could, for our viewers, please use the term woman.
And the final point that I have with this part of this argument is, I'm glad that there's more female representation in Star Wars. But let's also not forget that the main movies have a female lead role, and female supporting actors, and other female charismatic characters, dead or alive or remade. Like, it's perfectly fine.
There's not as many.
Hold on. That was not for you to retort.
Wait a minute, I got a question.
That was not for you to retort.
What?
Hold on. Hold on, Sean. Have you finished your point, sir?
Point is, there can be.
I love this man. I love this guy. Seriously, I love this.
You got these. You got the three latest. You got Rogue One, and you got a huge female supporting cast, plus new female characters being introduced.
Female supporting cast not the same as having.
If we are going to be interrupting each other, I don't.
And there will, I'm sure, there will be an all-female cast in Star Wars. But in the point of the Mandalorian, it is right now a solo character's journey. So man or woman, as long as it's real written, I don't give a damn. But in terms of that aspect of, you have no room to talk. And in terms of that one person's tweet, in terms of that one person's tweet, it is invalid. If it was a sausage fest, that would be valid. But if it's one person and one Baby Yoda for right now, that doesn't matter.
Sheesh, your time limit is up.
So basically,
breathing all on the black mics.
Bro, just shut up. Bro.
They are black. I didn't say we were black mics.
Oh my God.
If the mic was another color, I'd have said the color. Tef, Queen.
Wait, is Mark not?
Nubian. No. We going down the line. Nubian goddess. Mother of life.
He had to put the titles there. You see why he goes and put the titles there, man?
Natural hair advocate.
Oh my God.
Cocoa butter kiss skin.
Oh my God.
Mandalorian buttered eyebrows.
Wow.
I don't even know what you was about to say at that point.
My queen. Make sure not to eat corn. It'll stop your period.
See, that's your boy.
See, that's what's wrong with you, sisters. If you would support the black man on I have my Hotep hat on. If there's any Hoteps in there, kick rocks. Tef, Mandalorian. Do you feel that there is an issue with the lack of women representation in the first 3 episodes?
So,
your time's up.
See, what I'm not going to do
I'm just joking.
is
I'm
let
just
him
playing.
sit and disrespect you. So I got this. We got this.
I'm leaning back in case things start flying.
Yes, ma'am. I'm hushing now. Go ahead, Tef. I'm just playing.
So what I was gonna say before I was so rudely interrupted is that at first I was watching it with my son, and you know when you got kids you can't like pay 100% attention. So when like that first like came out, I was like, really? I was like, damn, were there any women at all? Because I wasn't 100% paying attention. But last night I went back through it, watched episodes 1 through 3 all together, and there is a female. She's not a lead, but there is a female character who does speak, and she's kind of like the leader of like their little group, the blacksmith character. She's female. Huh?
They're always the leader.
But no.
All right, so go ahead, Tef.
But that's what I'm saying. I was like,
no men interrupt the queen when she's holding court.
So there is a female character who does speak. She's a very strong, enigmatic leader. She like pulls them all together, especially when a couple of the other guys start to gang up on our main character. And to Sean's point, I didn't notice it because I was like, it's a story of one dude. And if you watch my review and that we're gonna put up on our Instagram, it's a lone wolf,
which will be out tomorrow.
Yes, it's a lone wolf and a cub story. Like there's not really a lot of room right now for a whole bunch of other people. So like I was like, so to that point I was like damn, bitch, it's only been 2 episodes. Like let them actually introduce some fucking female characters. Yeah. But it's like when you went back and watched it, it kind of did become obvious because there's all these female background like bounty hunters, and none of them do speak. But I was like, ain't nobody fucking talking to them either.
Yeah, no, they not relevant.
So like,
all right, you up to about a 3 F-bomb quota.
So it was obvious, but it wasn't to the detriment of the story, and there's still so much more story left to be told. Yeah. It's not like we went the whole season and only one female character speaks. Yeah, exactly. And when we talk about it in the frame of movies, these 3 episodes ain't even as long as any movie.
Yeah.
Like, give it time.
This is true.
All right. Turtle Tank hair. I need to know. Because I'm telling you. The top of his head got to smell like a turtle tank.
You know what's... do me a favor and sniff Kurt's left titty.
It smells like milk. What do you feel?
I would say your mom, but unless I Joyce mentioned
Come on, man.
I know hospital. I Joyce, my aunt's in the hospital. I know.
It's a good thing.
Yeah, turtle tanks do nothing. I have never smelled a good smell of turtle tank.
I'm talking about the titty comment and then it smells like milk because for whatever reason when women get sweaty boobs, it smells like.
So how many sweaty titties have you smelled?
My own.
Yeah, Sassy. Sassy. Lift the flap up, Sassy.
When I was lactating, it didn't smell that bad. It smelled sweet.
How did it taste?
That's not true.
I don't mean the actual milk. I just mean like for some reason.
Yo, Bria says she's cyber riding. Man, Bria, listen, Bria, look, I need. Can we block individual people?
We need to have Bria come back. She needs the co-host.
Yeah, she's cyber riding.
Yes, you know what? I do agree with you. I think Bria would be a phenomenal co-host on the show one of these days.
Bria, you got to come back for Ladies' Night.
Yeah, Ladies' Night. That would be great. Bria is the perfect person
do it like once a month or something,
Ladies' Night.
No, she's not.
Do it like once a month. There you go.
All right, Mark, how do you feel about this?
Dude, Sean just already said it perfectly. You know what I mean? Like, seriously, I don't care what she says, man. It's one. Yeah, exactly, man. That's like Martin Scorsese with that whole
Marvel thing.
You know, it's like, come on, who cares? Yeah, it's so stupid, dude. So seriously, it's too early for this. That's all, man. It's real too early.
Yeah.
So let me straighten my crown as I illuminate you.
If you want to take a bathroom break right now, audience, it's fine.
I will, man. Yeah.
I'm just gonna say this. Not only do I agree with the majority of my co-hosts, I think we have to keep in mind the era and the time that we live in. We live in a time where, you know, we're talking about Julia Roberts being Harriet Tubman. We live in an era where we've had this discussion. Beloved comic book characters are changed to meet a certain void for whatever reason. As a matter of fact, Michael B. Jordan was just approached by DC to play Superman, which there is a black Superman. in the DC universe, but it's not Kal-El. It's not. I understand the want and desire for equal representation across the board. What I'm concerned with is we get to a point where they're doing a movie about Vikings, and there's Vikings of every different ethnicity. Yeah. I mean, like I get it. I get it. I mean, my thing is sometimes individualism, singularity, there's nothing wrong with that. If you're doing a show about bros, it's okay to have just an all bro cast because that's the stereotype. That's the type for that. I mean, I don't expect to go to a Tyler Perry movie and see an all white cast. I mean, it's still a niche market for certain specific demographics. Now, of course, with Star Wars, it's a totally different animal because it's intergalactic. That means, first of all, I think you're.
Still ain't got enough black people in it for me, let alone women talk.
But my thing is, it always kills me when we want to talk binary, when we want to say men, women. But then I always hear about, we need to expand our horizons and have a better understanding of what chromosomes are in genetics. I mean, this is in the future. This is in a galaxy far, far away. Who's to say that there aren't other species that are women? Like, you assume that Baby Yoda is a male. Now, wouldn't it be something if the baby the entire time was a woman?
Well, I said that earlier. I said the as of yet ungendered.
Right. So we automatically ready to raise a torch stick. Are you saying, you don't see enough humanoid women? Like, come on. And that's all. And I'm only not repeating what you've already said. It's a lone wolf story. It's only 2 characters to this point. It's only 3 episodes in. Yep. Oh my God, Star Wars fans, are you not pleased at anything?
I don't think the person who made that comment is particularly a Star Wars fan. She was just trying to find something to bitch about it, in my opinion.
Well, I'm sorry. The oversensitive. But see, my problem is when somebody lights a match and then other people throw gasoline on it.
So no, and to that point, Elizabeth Banks tried to make the same argument that Charlie's Angels, the new one, flopped because men aren't interested in seeing strong women.
Are we gonna go down that road? Wait a minute, go ahead, Mark. What you about to say?
No. But remember they did the same thing with remember the movie Leave Extraordinary Gentlemen, and it was somebody that was tripping because there's no women. I'm like, it's called a League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
And there is a woman.
And there is you're right, exactly.
And it's still called the League of Extraordinary
Gentlemen.
And it's the same people who say it should be called the X People. Let me tell y'all something. If y'all change the name to X People or X Gender or X anything but men, I get it. I do.
But you still have to fight us.
But I just need you to find gainful employment somewhere where you're preoccupied. Where you're preoccupied with something more pressing than and there's a fine line between what's silly and what's poignant. Now, equal representation and equal pay within the entertainment community, I'm all for that. As a matter of fact, there's been a 14% rise in women who are directing not only television, but features. That's great. Still a lot more work to do, but that's more important to me than throwing in a random talking part in The Mandalorian. I mean, Sax, am I off base with this or?
No, I told you how I felt about it earlier. If you want to see some stuff and you're not seeing exactly what you want to see, go make it yourself or don't look at it or go find something else that has the thing that you want to see. Because I know this is not your first time as an American citizen, especially if you are female or a minority in America, to where you didn't get exactly what you want and you can keep living your life that way, not getting exactly what you want and live and be perfectly fine. Like, I'm tired of this. People are oversensitive. It's causing for us to have like all of these extra rules to where it's so restricted. We can't even live and be happy anymore. Like just now, we just got blocked because of some dumb copyright stuff because of people and
because we can't play beans,
laws and all of this other stuff.
Lambs, ram,
it's driving me crazy.
Beans, greens,
and we're blocked again.
Okay, you ain't got
I hate all y'all right now, man. I hate y'all guts right now. Seriously, I really do, man.
No.
I hate all y'all guts right now.
Can we just live? Who cares? Respect each other and be polite to each other.
I respect no greens, beans, potatoes, no. I respect.
Be gay, do crime.
Shut up.
I mean, like I said, if they went the whole season with only one woman
It's too early.
speaking.
And even if that was the case, I still don't validate for people to make such a big deal out of it.
It's just
There's
one
a
show.
lot of shows in existence that have all of these things that you want. So does one thing not having what you want is not the end of the world.
I'm with Bria. Vote with your dollar. And just like Sassy said, if you don't like it, don't spend it. Because I definitely voted with my dollar with Charlie's Angels. I was not going to see that hogwash. And here's my thing. I did not see it because there were women involved. So, that was just the dumbest, most idiotic comment. Because guess what? I saw the one with Cameron Diaz. I saw all of them and loved them. I saw the one with Lucy Liu, Cameron Diaz. What was the other young lady? Drew Barrymore. And I full throttle.
Yeah.
And hold on. No, see, because I'm going. Dude, get off the rank. I'm with it.
Oh my God.
No. I enjoy Sarah Connor. I enjoy Ridley from Aliens. I enjoy Pinky. I enjoy
Tomb Raider.
I enjoy Cherokee. I enjoy.
Did you enjoy Ocean's 13 with all them ladies?
Oh no, I didn't enjoy that.
Ocean's 8, whatever.
That joint was trash.
Ocean's 8. What are the numbers?
I didn't enjoy Ghostbusters.
Also,
I'm with you.
But also, this Charlie's Angels didn't have Destiny's Child in it either.
What happened? Oh, Demi Moore. Was it Demi Moore? I thought it was Drew Barrymore.
She's the bad guy in one of them.
Oh yeah, is that what it is? I'm with that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Look, Charlie's Angels has always been synonymous with action, at least in the movie theater and the original TV show. And I like both of them. Taff, I apologize. I had to go and get that off my chest. By all means, what's on your chest?
Oh, dang.
Boobies.
See? I try not to objectify. She wiggled the tata.
I love my titties.
It's okay if we do it.
Don't you do it?
No, I ain't doing it. Now she going to tell the whole page.
Love.
I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, no, but I'm saying she made that point, but I'm like, there's plenty of female-led action movies that came out like since the original Charlie's Angels, like Tomb Raider with Angelina Jolie. Nobody complained about that. The Hunger Games is female-led.
I'm sorry, I have to address this. Bria said Rihanna can do no wrong. Battleship.
Yeah, I want to say.
She's not even. First of all, she's not a lead.
Oh, she can do wrong.
And she wasn't a lead.
She can't do much wrong, but she can do wrong. I'm sorry, Taff, continue. I can't believe she brought that one up. Battleship was trash.
Like, stop. But that stupid ass fucking
Negro. How many F-bombs you are already up to? You about to be in double digits today.
And usually I'm the one
But
that
you just used the word Negro.
Alita Battle Angel, and what's the one with the girls in like the orphanage?
Negus and Negro. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
They're in an orphanage or like a mental institution or whatever. The 4 chicks.
Oh, I know which one. The baby doll thing.
Yes.
That thing.
That movie was stupid and dudes
loved it. That was good. That was great.
What movie?
It was horrible. It was horrible.
Loved it. What movie?
Sucker Punch. Who? Sucker Punch.
All those weird scenarios, Big Giant Samurai.
They lied to us and had us thinking that it was a movie
I loved it,
about
man.
this girl.
I even know the lead actress personally, and it's still a shitty movie.
Dude, it was
horrible.
Well, here's my thing.
Somebody explain what the movie is for some people who don't know what the movie is.
Brain damage to the movie.
I'll give it to you, Tev, because actually a lot of people was a little bit complaining about
Not really, because
the first Tomb Raider. What's her name? Gotta keep forgetting her name, man.
What?
Listen.
It's best not
the
to
first
know.
Tomb Raider.
Oh, Angelina
Jolie.
Look,
right?
even that song.
But no, you're right. But here's the thing, though, because there was a few people that was complaining, like, oh, Angelina Jolie's not the right one, until Alicia Vikander came and played as Tomb Raider after Angelina Jolie, man. Then everybody's like, oh my God, Alicia Vikander is like she did a better job than Angelina Jolie.
Also, Kill Bill.
Physically
look.
That's all I'm saying. So can we agree that we've invalidated that asinine statement that men don't support women-led features because we just talked about Salt. We just talked about all the aliens. The entire Alien franchise.
Atomic Blonde, like all those other.
We need to stop lumping
really good movies.
I'm sorry, what you was about to say, Ty?
We need to stop lumping all of the men together, though, I think, in my opinion, where we see these people who come up and they say bad stuff or whatever because they're just buttholes who like to be noticed on the internet. And then we be like, all men are like this. And it's like, well, you can't say that because you really don't know all men. You know these trash bags that are commenting on the comment section at the moment.
Like when y'all come in and say that we all trash, when obviously it's just Mark.
No, first of all, obviously it's you and
you. Got the hat, don't you, man?
The only people are trash, in my opinion, are people that wear black fingernails. And those are the only individuals.
Oh. Wow. Well, guess what? They gonna be red tomorrow.
Why? Did I offend one of you?
Ooh.
Do either one of you have black
fingernails? Your nails are black too.
Double hit.
Wow.
Double KO.
That's why I'm looking like.
Double KO.
I didn't even pay that any attention in my mind.
I like what Steve Jordan said in the chat. He said, "How about Marina?"
First of all, he butchered her name. Marina Baccarin. That's her name.
Yeah.
I want to see if Kurt catches that too.
Martian Baccarat, who was in Deadpool, who was in Deadpool, but was also in a TV show. I like her.
Yeah. She wasn't the lead in Deadpool,
but also like shows like The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
American Gods.
American Horror Story.
American
Horror. Yeah.
I'm just saying, there's enough women leading certain franchises that if you are upset about The Mandalorian, you can go and look at a lot of other stuff.
Or hey, write it. Write your own. Like
or just go watch New Hope again, because last I checked, Leia was the chosen one.
Yeah.
Or you can watch Rogue One.
No, we're
that was
you wait, y'all were happy with Rogue One?
Rogue One was good.
It was good.
Oh, I'm sorry. No.
I was about to say,
I take it back. I take it back.
Man.
I take it back. I take it back. I take it
Y'all
back.
take that
I forgot
back, man.
it's the bridge. It's the bridge movie. It's the one between New Hope and episode 1.
Man,
or is it?
No.
It's episode 3 in New Hope. Yeah, that's the one where Vader went ham.
Lord bless Kurt. Right
I apologize. I was thinking of The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
I was.
I like The Force Awakens. I didn't like The Last Jedi.
Yeah. I can't get down with the blue titty milk. The blue titty milk is when I was like, this is going too far.
Steve said, get off his you know what because he's half asleep. He's tired. He's tired. He had a long day. It's okay, Steve. I get it. You tired. I'm tired.
Bria must be tired too because she keep talking real heavy, talking about she gonna report us. I need you to know that we will find you.
She will report you.
We will find you.
Take a moment.
I say let the Mandalorian breathe. Exactly. Give it a little bit more time before we raise the torture stakes and start burning bras again.
Burning bras.
Well, I'm talking about the men. You ever seen some of these fanboys when they sit at the computer?
Jesus.
Yeah, exactly. Don't call on his name on that one.
After all the F-bombs you threw.
Yeah, exactly. You after 7 F-bombs, you can't call on Jesus.
Where's the rule that says that?
In the book of F-bombs.
Thou shalt not curse out 3 F-bombs in a row. Wow.
Yes, definitely.
Jesus knows my heart.
Especially with black fingernails and a natural hair swoop to the right.
What you not going to do, homeboy, is keep coming for my nails.
I was coming for tough nails, but you by default works too.
Sean, I'm sorry, man. You just shook.
And I'm usually the offensive one here.
You don't deserve that. Nothing of royalty on.
Yeah.
Yes, it's my career.
You're welcome, Queen.
I'm special.
All right. I'll be black man.
Negro man.
Please take that off. It's creeping me out. I don't like people in
Sasha, give me back my car.
No, Elwood.
Give me back my car.
Please, we gotta.
I'm not the nerd that got them once. I'm the nerd that they need.
We got a trailer.
I'm scared.
Please, man. We got a trailer.
The Good Liar with Dame Helen Mirren and
Black man.
Cue the trailer.
Black.
So tell me, have you done this a lot? Met people on the computer service? Don't you find it's always the same?
You mean the anticipation?
followed by the letdown. But I tell myself, brace up. This time it will be different. Which is why I must now confess to you a deception on my part. My name is in fact not Brian, it's Roy.
To the future.
How much do you think she's worth?
Nearly £3 million.
You didn't take the lot?
You bloody bet I'm going to take it all. Is that your grandson?
It's too soon to be getting so close to him.
I've grown very fond of you.
Do you know who you are? You're the only person on this planet who makes me feel that I'm not alone.
I know things about you, who you really are. You don't want to do this, Roy. It's the game. It's the adrenaline rush. What if it is?
Seems like you've had quite a past.
Enough to last several lifetimes. In just a blink, your life's changed forever.
You know, it's very peculiar doing things you'd never imagined. Secrets between you, God, the devil, and the dead.
You don't know him!
What it do, y'all? We're back, and Black Man is gone, and I'm Bruce Maine.
Y'all need some.
I'm Bruce Maine. Maine.
Y'all need some Ritalin, I swear.
Stop it. Anytime you are probably the most PC out of all of us, you know it's a good day. So,
I know, right?
This past weekend, we had the awesome opportunity to go out to the Greater Allentown Comic-Con. Comic-Con.
Can you get your mouth off of that?
Get out of here. So we had a chance to interview some dope people. Tef, if you could lead off, you got the chance to interview Brennan Mejia.
He's somewhere watching this being like,
he's going to cartwheel and kill us.
did you say he's going to cartwheel in here and kill us?
Yo, he's very flexible. And he's ripped. And he's cute.
He is cute.
Yeah, he's very attractive.
I told him he blushed.
Like, not no, and I don't even have to say no homo because I'm strong enough in my masculinity to say that. Like, yo, this boy up close, I was like, can you not be, like, don't stand next to me, bro.
I was low-key sad that I couldn't come with y'all because I saw that. I was like, that's fine. He's fine. Why couldn't I have been in person? Yeah.
It was hella nice to us.
Yo, and he was super, like, down to earth.
He was so welcoming.
They played Smash, and he trashed Don in them. He tried, like they did the Wyatt look here on Don. Don't look with the surprise face. She was the first one out. Don like, he looked like Beaker. Me. No, you know doggone well. Brennan trashed you. Brennan, that's what I said. I said Brennan. What's his last name again? Mejia. We will never get another interview from this dude again.
Brennan, we had a lot of fun. He's very funny. He's very like personal, like like to get my little flirt on a little bit.
You look like you was giddy when you left. She came over like
to the teehees.
Yeah. She was. What is that thing? What's that, Sassy? What's that thing that tacos do when they cross their eyes and let their tongue hang and drip?
A Hego.
The what?
A Hego
face.
The who?
A Hego face.
What you call? Listen, man, you ain't gonna come on here saying no slurs to me, dog.
Well, it's just because of the way that they're saying it all fast. We not.
I'm joking. I'm only messing with you. Lord, God, It's not like we get an opportunity to do this often.
Either
I'm
way,
doing it for the ancestors.
Tef wanted him to morph in front of her.
What does that mean?
Yeah,
Oh, morph. I thought he meant something else. You can never tell with Sean because he be into some kinks.
Well,
I don't kink shame him, but
everybody, you ruined the whole joke.
Hey, Brendan be in the bedroom. Mastodon.
Wow.
I know he's the Red Ranger. Calm down. Don't nerd out on me.
First of all, you just gonna be disrespectful, messing the man's name up, and you gonna get.
He's the Red Ranger, right?
Joseph said we need a bigger studio, and you're right, Joseph. And you know how we're gonna get that bigger studio when you and all of your buddies and everybody else in this stream goes on our Patreon and gives us that money so we can get a bigger one.
Joe, I just want you to know it's not the size of the studio, but the motion of the mic.
If that's the case, it's getting worn out.
Maybe in your life. But, Tef, how was the end? Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. So, Tef, how was Brennan?
He was fantastic, unlike you.
How is it my fault?
No, and you two, like I said, you not.
I'm not doing anything.
Acting up.
You're the enabler.
And then you just be sitting there smiling the whole time like you don't know what's going on. Like, wow.
Because she was fangirling. And you also got to interview Wildcat, right?
Yes, Chris Wildcat Harris from Total Nonstop Action Wrestling, who was actually like super nice, very very cool. We rapped a little bit over at the table. He was with it. He was like, he preferred like the more independent wrestling over like his brief stint with the WWE and WCW, and he said that now he's looking to take more of like a less active role in wrestling. He wants to do like more cons where he can actually meet his fans and not get punched in the face for a living.
Oh, that's valid. I think that's a great idea. Unfortunately, we didn't get the opportunity to hang out with Gritty.
Because of the rain.
Yeah, because of the situations, things. Sean got to do a few interviews. He only interviewed women.
Surprise!
I interviewed a guy.
He interviewed only white women.
Oh my God!
To Sean's defense, it wasn't a lot of sisters there.
Hold on. He also interviewed a lot of young white women.
How young?
A little bit above Bill Cosby, a little below R. Kelly.
Oh my God!
First of all, that's the other way around.
Sean, you got the opportunity to interview a few cosplayers. What was the pulse of the con?
In general, it was a nice, free-flowing event. It was very intimate for Comic-Con. However, it was very active.
I'm saying, how intimate? You said it's an intimate con. I want to know how intimate. Like, it was a lot of people, not a lot of people? Was it crammed?
No, it was a good amount for a small venue.
Right.
But because it was small, it was easier to get to know everyone, know the vendors, know, say, the face painting people, know...
You mean Corey?
Corey was there. That's good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Corey was a wonderful interview, by the way. I'm sure we'll show that down the line. But from, like, the people selling books, the art, and the celebrities themselves, like, everyone was super friendly, and every con goer loved it. Even new people who are completely shy, they just loved everything. It was a nice, chill vibing event.
Greater Allentown Comic-Con definitely is I guess more of a sister show to Greater Philadelphia Comic-Con. And yes, it is a more intimate setting. Unfortunately, Sassy couldn't make it out there this time, and neither could Mark, because life.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, but
there's other cons.
We definitely were able to hold it down both days. Smoke was one of the featured cosplayers out there. He came in his Jonathan Stewart and his Gray Fox. I was about to say Sky Fox. I don't know why. Anyway, he came in his Gray Fox. Corey was there, of course, in his Mr. Terrific and Black Captain America, Falcon Captain America mashup, and of course, Corey is a master face painter, and I know you might scoff at that or you might not fully understand it, but the art that goes into what Corey does.
That is dedication.
Yeah, it's super dope. I don't know if we got pictures rolling. But no, do we have pictures rolling on the... Yeah, dope. One of the things that I personally had the opportunity. I had the opportunity to interview a good brother named Damon. He is the CEO and founder of Celebrity Boxing Entertainment. Bruh, let me tell you something. He takes celebrities, people who have gotten some amount of fame, whether it be in reality TV, movies, whatever. He pits them against each other and lets them go ham in the ring.
Was he involved with Big Brody and?
Yep, that's exactly it. Yep.
Oh,
Tyrone and Brody. Yeah, and if you don't know Tyrone, is like Mr. Long Dick style.
Yeah, right.
I'm about to love your snitch.
What about that fight that Logan was his face?
No, now that's big. That's on a whole nother level.
I'm about to say, that was somebody else.
Yeah, that was like a $3 million purse for both of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That was weird.
Oh, it was horrible.
Stupid. I didn't even know why he was doing it.
Well, they both were ripped up. I mean, they got to the point where they were almost like professional fighters. Like they were looking pretty ripped. Well, not Logan, but I'm not. Now, mind you, the thing that I loved about what Damon does is he's right here. He's local. You can go. He actually has a show March 7th down at the Showboat. You can go check him out right down. Nat D from Mob season 6 of Mob Wives. We actually had the opportunity to meet her at the Puerto Rican Day Parade in Camden, and she was there. She's a current champ, and she don't pull no punches. I got a full interview. All interviews we did are going to precede this recap and going to start next week, and we're going to drop them all. But big ups to Damon and what he's doing, because not only is he doing the celebrity boxing, and even if you don't enjoy that, you do appreciate his grind, his hustle, his entrepreneurial spirit, and the fact that he came from a dark place, and he's trying to do things to kind of help better the community by telling comeback stories. And he considers himself the 16-minute man. He has a book, and he has a movie coming out, and he has a podcast being endorsed. Super dope dude.
They have an event, right, in March coming up?
March 7th. I had just mentioned that.
No. And then our friend of the show, Ron Starr, is going to be there.
Hey, Ronnie Starr. Yeah, he's going to be announcing down there, and big ups to you, Ron. You know we love you. You cousin to the show. Always can come on, and I'll suplex you one of these days. But yeah, Ron works heavily with Damon, and apparently, you know, we've seen him around, and you might not have known he was the man behind the scenes. But if you're familiar with the Bagel Boss guy, remember the bagel guy who said, you know, people treat me bad because I'm short. Yeah, he reneged on a fight, and Damon took him to celebrity court and won. So, I mean, I'll fight the Bagel Boss guy. I'm with it.
You need to fight the time to make the donuts guy first.
Yeah, are you really? You want to do that? You need to fight with the washing machine. Before you don't come for me.
Hey, listen,
because you just took and came in the room. First thing you do when you get in here is pick up one of my ribs from out of my tray and start eating.
Who drinks my juice? And somebody made that meme out. There you go.
Well, first of all,
there you go.
You already know the deal. If you want to come in the room,
Head Nerds and Charts Boxing coming to a match near you.
Actually,
I'm going to drink it.
No.
I'm drink it if you ain't
I think I'm with
none.
that. I think I'm with that. I think Sassy versus Mark in a thumb wrestling match. Celebrity boxing needs to happen.
Yes.
Got long alien thumbs.
Well, that's your problem. That's your problem. That's your problem. Listen,
that joint's already got a weapon on the joint.
me and Tef squaring off in a square circle in a head shaving contest.
Oh my God.
Tech, like, I don't know about all that.
I win. And Don versus Sean in mud wrestling.
Your face, you like, that's questionable.
Hold on some minutes, kid.
But big ups to Celebrity Boxing Entertainment. We got some dope interviews going to come up with all their champions. We got to interview a lot of the different champions, some very electric and eclectic individuals, to say the least. One of the dopest interviews I was able to do was with Chris Cross. He's an artist for DC and Marvel, and he's got a lot going on. Tef, you got a chance to talk to him a little bit.
I did. He's actually very, very, very laid back guy. He was just sitting there.
He's tall.
He reminded me of Phoenix, just sitting back there with his notepad, like sketching away. And He has a new set of books coming out, which I forgot.
Dark Horse, right?
Yes, on Dark Horse, and I'm trying to pull up the picture.
That's all right. Take your time. One of the things that me and Chris Cross talked about was just the advent of and necessity for content creators, whether they be black, white, or indifferent, to really start to take ownership and tell your story. I think that that's been the theme of 2019. Would you say, like, of all the guests?
Yes, it has been encouragement for all of you.
Yeah, because for a lot of the content creators, we have a lot of comic book creators. We have other YouTubers, Twitchers, streamers, everything. The platforms are poised now for you to create your own content. Sean is his own content creator. That's one of the reasons why he works with us. He has his own platform, which is Full Throttle Nerdity.
Full Frontal Nerdity.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
Full Throttle Nerdity.
No.
Man, that's good too.
Actually, I kind of like I like Full Throttle Nerdity. It's a little bit rough, but that's the BDSM side.
I mean,
one of the things that we always advocate for is for you to take ownership, because why have somebody else tell your story or sell your story when you can tell your story? And it doesn't necessarily have to be on the biggest platforms that there is. It's just you got to get out there and tell your story. And one of the things that was very enlightening to hear him say was, I've done work for DC, I've done work for Marvel. He actually missed out on the opportunity to be a part of Marvel Annihilation. Now, for those that are, like I said, I'm the comic book geek. That entire arc was going on simultaneously with Civil War. And the fact that he missed out on being a part of that particular arc, that's like saying, oh, I had the chance to be a artist or a colorist on Infinity War, or Amazing Spider-Man, or Dark Knight. It's like one of those things where you're like, ugh.
Yeah, right.
But now he's taking ownership of his own stuff, and he's trying to promote and blow it up.
Yep. So the new series that he's working on now is called Bank Shot, with all people of color as leads. He did autograph them for me. The first 4 issues are out, and the 5th one drops. It's gonna be part of like the volume. So they're not dropping the 5th issue like individually. It's gonna be a part of the volume.
Nice.
Hey,
all 5 together.
Bria, I like that idea. Bria said we should do celebrity slap boxing.
That would be
all right with me.
Take me right back to my middle school.
Yo, I ain't gonna hold you. There are a few of you out there I wouldn't mind slap boxing. Just you know.
You go back to that time. Yo, that's a long story.
Listen, we're not gonna tell that story, but don't let the fat fool you. Kurt hands are deadly. Yo.
You have me rolling, man.
Especially when they wrap around a rib.
Ooh. Shot fired.
I never grabbed your rib.
Ooh.
I love Mark. He always.
Man, dude. See?
Cousin.
You got jazz.
Now, the piece that is this stonks. We had the opportunity to sit down with one of the most phenomenal minds and artists of our time. Me personally, I'm not gassing him up because I had the opportunity to interview him, because all of us were kind of gushing when he walked into the building, especially as African Americans, to see who I would consider the one of the greatest voiceover actors of our time, right up there with Mark Hamill. Just as iconic in the voices that he's portrayed on screen, on both TV and movies. I'm talking about the incomparable, the incredible, the multi-talented Mr. Phil Lamar.
Hey. Always cool to talk to you, man. Always cool.
He is so versatile, and it's amazing.
I'm gonna save the good parts of the interview for you to watch it on our YouTube. Remember to go subscribe to our YouTube, Head Nerds in Charge. There was one dope point where I was formulating questions and trying to decide how in the heck do I get Phil Lamar to do the Green Lantern's oath, because obviously you can't just outright ask the man. That would be kind of cliche and cheesy, right? But
you gotta woo him into it.
Well, I did this thing. I did this thing this entire con where I did 20 questions in 60 seconds. But I slid in a 21st question where I said, please complete this sentence. in Brightest Day and Blackest Night. And he stopped and he smiled. He took pause, and in his best Green Lantern voice.
First of all, tell it right. You messed it up.
I didn't. I tried to skip over that. Thank you, hater. See, this is what happens
right.
with the.
It up.
Well, all right. If I tell the whole truth, God, dang, the history is written by the winners. Hater. So I accidentally miswrote in Blackest Day and Darkest Night. And as a geek, I know I messed up. I flubbed. But the dope part was when I said it, I was like, in Blackest Day and I put the video up. It says in Blackest Day and Darkest Night. Finish the line. He goes, and he looks at me. He's like, wait, I got it. In Brightest Day. Yes. And he just
went off with it, man. That's dope, dude.
Bro, but you gotta understand, we're in a loud convention. There's noise all over us. It got silent. People were standing up, putting their fist in the air.
Yeah.
By the time he ended with Green Lanterns, everybody did it. Like,
yeah.
It's one of those moments where I was like, this is why I came.
That's pretty dope, dude.
I'm sad I missed it. I had my kid and he needed to go for a walk.
Which I also babysat. That was also my highlight of the time.
Oh yeah, I saw that picture. He was sitting on your shoulders. I was like,
Yeah, because
okay.
He's fast. He's really fast.
Yeah, so for those of you who didn't know, I did have to bring my son with me Sunday because there was no way that you guys were gonna get out of the city.
Yeah, because unfortunately, Philadelphia does this stupid thing like have marathons where they shut down all of Broad Street for no apparent reason.
All of Broad Street, most of Girard Avenue.
Yeah. Screw you, city of Philadelphia, for that one.
So but he was good. He enjoyed it. He fell in love with Spider-Man is his favorite, and he kept running over to this one Spider-Man to like high five him and hide behind him when I was mad.
It was funny. Tef had to keep chasing them all around, and then I was like, Tef, just give them to me. I'll watch them for a half an hour. And she was like, are you sure? And he went to take off on me. I instantly gripped him right off of his feet and kept him in the air. See, they can't run from you if their feet don't touch the ground.
Well, that's true.
That's the one thing people say about my son more than anything else. Oh, he's really quick.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm not. Well, you just let me know everything I need to know that I ain't babysitting.
Listen, that little Negro is Dash.
Wait, once he's gone, I'm gonna be calling you, being like, Tef, I don't know, your son just took off, and I'm not in track, so you gotta come get him.
If you got fresh fruits and vegetables, he'll come right back.
Oh, but so I gotta go get a fruit tray and come outside and be like,
ooh, piece of candy.
And
ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy.
And then he'll come back home.
He'll come right back.
I'll say this. Greater Allentown Comic Con is definitely one of those conventions where if you want a nice intimate setting, you want to be able to see the stars that you love in a close-up, more personal situation.
And it's affordable.
And super affordable. And it's one of those ones where you get to meet up with your friends and you have a good time. The content is all there because all your favorite artists are there. We even watched somebody do a live painting of Samurai Jack and Haku, and Phil Lamar even signed it, and they raffled it off. Haku was also there.
Wow.
Yeah, the voice of Haku was there. Greg
Baldwin.
Yeah, Greg Baldwin. And one of the dope opportunities for us was we got the chance to hang out with some media buddies. Shout out to Grindhouse Radio, Brimstone, super dope, super cool guy, and big shout out to them because they held down on the other side of the table. We had a lot of laughs, a lot of fun, opportunities to kind of geek out over Smash Brothers, and it's just cool to bond with another group of people who are enjoying the same content that we talk about. Sean, am I boring you?
No, you're good.
But we sitting down with Grindhouse, much love to them. We would love to have them come on the show one day, maybe be able to chop it up.
Shout out to my friends Leonard and Sophia who came by Saturday, even though I swore up and down I wasn't coming Sunday.
And the place that they had it was even interesting. It had a lot of
Oh, the farmer's market.
Yeah, like secondhand store where when we were talking about the McDonald's toys, there was a store with all those toys, bro.
Oh, nice.
It was like going down nostalgia road.
What, man? I missed all the stuff. I like stuff like that.
Yeah, yo, it was cool being able to kind of see, you know, they had the old school wrestling toys and everything. And for some reason, could somebody explain to me when these, what are they called? Funko Pops?
Yeah. Funko
Pops. Are they popping like that?
Had like
it's not
8,
the same.
It was like 6 stands that
like
sold nothing but pops. Like,
people collect their
It's the current Beanie Babies, if you will.
Now we had that discussion.
They have a lot long. I feel like the longevity for these would be
It's interesting that you compared them to Beanie Babies because we had that conversation with somebody at the con and they said, here's the difference between Pops and Beanie Babies. Pops have the advantage because they're small, they give you the nostalgia. Now Beanie Babies do those two things, but the one thing that Pops do that Beanie Babies don't is they tap into popular culture.
I would say they stay relevant. Yeah.
You could always
be anything. Beanie Babies could only be
animals
and made up creatures.
First Mandalorian.
Right, you only gonna have so many unicorns.
I'm gonna tell you right now, first Mandalorian pop comes out, I'm grabbing it, man, for real.
Really?
Yeah.
I have a couple stuff. You know what's interesting? I bought them Johns way back in the day before they were even popping like that, and I got a couple sitting on my desk at work. And come to find out, like I should have left them in the box.
Yeah, you had to leave them. Well, it depends. I mean, I guess you know.
Well, it kind of depends on the collector, and it kind of depends on like what you like because you can buy display cases for them. I'm the kind of person where I love to leave mine in the box, and my son is the opposite.
Yeah. I gotta take them out. I gotta play with them. I gotta dingle the berry.
You said you gotta.
Nah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you collect like, you definitely gotta leave in the box, man. I got a couple that are signed by celebrities. Now I have to like.
I was
putting it up top. You know what I mean?
I'm a firm believer in like that toys were there to be played with.
I know that's right.
It makes me sad when I was younger. I cannot tell you how irked I was when I went over people's houses and they had those porcelain dolls and I couldn't touch them and I wanted to touch them so bad and I couldn't.
I'm really half and half with you about toys, man.
I don't know. Now you see my basement.
Yeah.
I'm a whole collector of nostalgic toys, and if ever y'all get the opportunity to ever come to my home, which I doubt because I don't like y'all that much, but if you did,
bye. We don't like you that much either.
But no, I old Transformers, old He-Mans, all of that. But my niece's nephew knew you can play with them as much as you want because I'm with Sassy. Toys were meant to be played with. I keep the expensive stuff too high for them to grab. But
the table had $30. This was on a Funko was $35, man.
Now
that's how deep it was in the game, though.
Now what's interesting to me is kind of the way cons are set up. They did have it where they could sign the Funko Pops and whatnot. But now I've also seen some Pops that were huge.
Absolutely.
Like
They got
I would want those Jones.
They had a Shenron one that was like about this big.
Oh, see? Oh, you talking about the Dragon Ball Z boy?
Yeah.
The dragon, right?
Yeah, Shenron.
I gotta make I gotta.
The
check
downside
in
is
with
they're
y'all
about 40 to 70 depending on who.
Yeah.
Well, that's not that bad. That's pretty reasonable for a toy of that size. I mean, you get one of them large Optimus Primes or them big toys. You know how they had. In the entire history of toys, there's always been that ignorantly big toy that the kid with two parents used to always get at the end of the block.
Yo, I didn't even know some of those existed. Like, there's a giant Barbie.
Right. No, because it's true. Because remember,
the my size Barbie.
Not that one.
No.
Just
Mark, I'll give you a prime example. Because Sassy said the life size Barbie, but I'm
not life size Barbie though. It's just a tall Barbie doll that's like this big, and it shouldn't be that tall, but it's not life size.
I get it. It's bigger than normal. But now, mind you, what I'm saying is, remember Transformers. Now, mind you, most Transformers were a certain size. Optimus Prime was a certain size. But you could have got the Optimus Prime with the trailer. Now, if you got the Optimus Prime with the trailer, you get a little bit more brick.
Right.
Now, then they doubled it up and said, okay, if you get the Optimus Prime, but then you get the Transformers that would connect and make the bigger one. Like the construction joint. Yeah. And then the Dinobots, thank you. And then they would construct. Then, and this is always that rich two-parent mother at the top of the block.
Yeah.
Remember when they had Cybertron?
The full planet.
And who was it? Unicron?
Unicron,
yep.
Bruh.
The full planet.
It was like ignorantly big.
Yeah.
Just, But now, mind you, for the little girls, I remember going over my cousins in them house, and they would have the little Barbies and whatnot. But what was the big thing for the little girls? Big old playhouse.
The houses, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Remember the joint that would open up and it?
I had one of those.
Oh, you had two parents.
No, I had a parent who just was like determined that I was going to have everything that she couldn't get when she was
an
younger.
only child.
Yeah, and I was old.
Yeah, your parents had to split everything.
Yeah, thank God. My mom asked me if I wanted to partake in it, and I said
so.
No.
Hassan says the giant Mega Supreme. Omega Supreme.
Yeah.
That was the one I had back in my
So with me, one of the ones that I loved, and I thank my my gay uncle back in the day.
Is he not gay or is he not your uncle?
Not my uncle.
Oh.
No,
because he went my gay.
No, because I
was like, wait,
no.
I don't understand. Why? Hold on. Not to deviate, but why do you preface it with my gay uncle? That's like me saying, "Hey, Mark, my black uncle."
No, it's
story. That's why I was
his homosexuality better have relevance to the story. Otherwise, I'm gonna roast you.
Oh no, it was years ago where like no.
Hold on, wait. I want to hear the story because if his sexuality has zero relevance to the story, I'm gonna roast you.
Oh no, it was.
He's gonna weave it in now.
Yeah.
Oh no, I can. I can tell both. I'm a good storyteller. But no, back when I was a wee little lad, it was family members who didn't have the best husbands. They would have male friends, but it would be okay if they were gay. So there was my gay uncle. So it was okay for her to hang with.
Wait, so explain that
I don't
again
understand what
for
you're
me.
talking about.
I'm sorry, because I just missed it for a minute. I'm not going to lie.
I think we all
but tell
did.
me again.
Yeah, I was just saying getting off track.
No, tell me again.
I'll tell you later. But the point of the story was the toys I would enjoy, the toys I love to collect were giant, but they were like the Mighty Max stuff. They were the giant playsets.
Wait a minute, Mighty Max was minis. So giant was just regular size.
The concepts of a big thing with a smaller thing. One of my big favorite things, if you were a fan of Dragon Ball Z at the time, was this giant Majin Buu bust where you can open it and it had like mini figures and like a slime to interact like its digestion system, and it would be like
I remember that
stuff. Yeah, stuff like
the
that.
Turtles had that John too. Remember the subterranean, sewer with the ooze that.
They had that. Star Wars had that with like the Darth Vader helmets. And then you open it up and it has like the Empire
The best toy I ever had with ooze was from the Toxic Crusader line.
Yo.
Nosy. Nosy was a character on Toxic Crusader. It was this huge nose. And you would put the slime in the back of his head, and then it would push down and come through his nose. Oh, it was. I want a nosy. I'm about to find one online.
The only gross toy that I liked was this Barbie that had a cat, and when you pushed the cat, water came out. You filled the cat up with water so it could pee in a litter.
Ew.
And you scoop it. You scoop it with the little litter.
The cat's a squirter.
Ew. So it was like clumped up, like clumpable
I get
litter.
it.
It was funny though when the litter was in rainbow colors.
That's like them Barbie dolls. Remember them Barbie dolls you used to see commercials for peeing for real? Like, baby peace a lot.
But also,
creepy crawlers.
Oh, creepy crawlers. Creepy.
Yo, did you used to have the Technodrome?
Yeah, I had the Technodrome. Bro, that's the other big toy that you had to have money.
That's why I wanted so bad.
The Technodrome. With that huge eye at the top of it. And even then, getting a Krang was hard. Remember how hard it was to get a Krang? Like the body of Krang with the little brain on it? Like, okay.
You're talking about boy toys.
No, that's why I'm about to deviate. No. Tef, I instantly recognized we was about to go down that road. But Tef, like, what toys did you play with growing up?
Mostly had Barbies.
Yeah, high five, girlfriend Barbie.
Now, did you get into the Bratz phase?
No, that was after.
Wait, so what y'all not gonna do is sit here and try to talk crap about Bratz because y'all all was like,
I didn't say anything.
I didn't say the brand down.
Nobody said anything negative about Bratz.
I heard all of y'all grown as soon as the word Brad dog. Okay, so we're gonna deny it. We're gonna deny it because Sassy's crazy.
No. Hold on.
Sassy's a life-size brat anyway.
Yeah,
man,
you ain't never lied about that. She got them big old eyes.
Exactly.
The same way.
I get what I want. So and what?
No. I used to like the Bratz because a young lady.
Like I drink your juice whenever I feel like it.
And I eat
bottle
your rib.
And be like,
and
whatever,
I eat your rib. There you
go. Know, there's a lot of tension here.
Shut up. It's tension with you too.
Get out of here. Get off my cheek, sassy Neko. Yokai Sassy Nico.
It's all wrong.
Yokai Sassy Nico.
Okay, fine.
No, a young lady I used to be involved with was a huge Bratz fan.
Wait.
Oh my God, Mark, don't go there. Cause this is a grown lady.
What, Nico?
Is it somebody I know?
Of course, you know most of the young ladies. Remember Taffy?
Was it that light? Oh yeah.
Yeah, Taffy.
Yeah, that's right,
remember?
man.
Yeah, she used to be huge in the Bratz. Mark knows most of my lovers.
Man.
Yeah.
Shut up! I don't even want to know why you say it like that. But anyway, moving forward.
Yo, if Taffy ever sees this, yo, shout out to you, and I hope
she don't.
I hope you kept all them Bratz dolls so you can give them back to me.
Wait, what?
Yo, I used to buy all like the Bratz cars and all. I bought her so many Bratz dolls.
I was a creative child. I stopped playing with regular toys.
Oh,
wow.
You didn't have a boyfriend growing up.
But you can be creative. My mom used to try to push that stuff on me, and it wasn't working.
I would get like the sets where you like make bracelets, and I
I didn't like that.
I made
stuff.
Like,
but I do know what you're talking about.
Toys.
My mom got me.
A lot of my classmates used to do them little Megan twisted bracelets and all that too.
Did any of you had a light bright thing?
Yo.
With the little pegs. I was finding pegs in
Hey
our
y'all,
house.
if y'all in the chat, drop your favorite toy that you had growing up. We have totally now we on toys right now.
But people like old toys.
I agree with the Voltron. That was really dope as a kid.
Which one, Voltron?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was similar to Transformers, just in terms of like you got small things and then you assemble a giant thing that will just stab.
I like Voltron, but I used to break the legs off the lions because you couldn't remember how they had to fold up.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. But you know what I used to love? I used to love my He-Mans, but not because of the He-Man, but because of the Battle Cat. And remember, Skeletor had a purple one, the Panther. And remember, the Panther was made out of that cheap velvet that your uncle used to be making his drawers out of?
Wait, what? You always got one comment that swerved all the way somewhere.
Yeah, they had like this velvet covering. But that's like Cabbage Patch dolls. Tap, was you a Cabbage Patch doll?
That was before my time.
I don't like them. They're ugly.
Actually, no.
I'm about to say, you a liar.
Wait.
Bratz is after you and Cabbage Patch.
No,
it's a good question.
I don't even remember seeing Cabbage Patch dolls past like.
I had one. They was solid.
No, because they didn't come in black when I was little. Like, not really.
No.
The Garbage Pail Kids did.
No, Tef and
Wait, how much of a gap is there between me and you? Because they had a black Cabbage Patch for me. Oh, okay.
So how about wait a minute?
Wait, hold on, Mark, go ahead.
By the time I was no longer interested in them,
I get what you mean.
And my mother did not buy me.
They were ugly
dolls.
anyway. You didn't miss it.
All right.
No, but talk about being creative, Tef. Like, you and Sassy, did y'all ever have Hassan bring out a good point? You ever have Easy Bake Oven?
My sister had one.
I had one.
My sister
I'm
had
not
one.
gonna lie.
What did y'all create? Did y'all have like the light? Remember the light pack Johns that you could do the light?
she mentioned light bright.
What's that?
No, my mom would buy me like art sets, so I would like draw on all this paper, like create.
I'm about to tag your mom.
But
Like,
wait a minute though. Was all that edible though?
Easy Bake.
Depends on what you.
Erica Glover, all the way down in South Carolina, said Polly Pockets. Now they were like the girl version of Mighty Max.
Yeah. I had those.
You had Polly Pockets?
Yeah, I like the little, because they were travel size.
I was always a Lego. See, creativity was Legos to me. Like Legos. I had James Bond Jr. I had all the cartoon heroes.
You know what? But then they had toys that you can go ahead and like competitive, like play with other people, like Pogs, like
right.
I
remember Pogs.
Crazy Bones was nuts.
Crazy Bones.
Crazy Bones?
I do remember Crazy Bones, bro. I remember Crazy Bones.
You still see them every now and then at a Rite Aid.
Crossfire.
Are these board games? I hate board games.
But it was like it was weird because there were a lot of games that we could play together. Like, I'm from the hood, so I played Jax, and Jax wasn't necessarily a girl game. What? Why you scrunch your face? You didn't play Jax growing up?
Like you played Jax?
Yeah, we played Jax.
I played Jax with my grandma.
Yeah, me too. Like my mom.
Played with my grandma.
Jax with my mom, not with my friends. Like that wasn't a regular thing to do.
Yo, my mom was.
Oh, Stephen Jordan said Lincoln Logs. Now I had Lincoln Logs in like elementary school.
I've seen those before.
Yeah, I've seen.
I know what they are.
Right.
See, and somebody just took me back. They said Kitty City. Yo, Kitty City, KB Toys, Toys R Us, and Funkoland.
Well, Toys R Us opened back up again in Jersey so far. Their one store.
That was a sad day when they closed, boys.
Toys R Us.
It really wasn't.
What do you mean?
It really wasn't.
I don't know. I think video games.
But now I feel ripped off because they opened back up and they duped me for my feelings, and now Forever 21 is trying to.
And they duped all their employees.
Oh yeah, and they duped them too. That's it.
Yeah. We're of the era where we're the. I mean, me personally, I was born in '82, so I know toys and I know the beginning stages of video games, and I'm talking about popular. Because if you had any of the Ataris, you had bread. Yeah. Because Nintendo was like one of the first widely distributed video game systems that was in the hood. Like there wasn't too many people with Ataris in the hood. But my thing is, like, when video games came up, it took away from the toys. Because what did you spend your time on? You sat and played video games then.
So wait, you're saying it was easier to get a Nintendo system than to get an Atari?
Yeah. Well, see, here's the thing. Growing up in the hood, you got your mic? No. Yeah.
I'm holding.
Okay.
So back in the day, you had to go into what's called the Sears catalog, and you had to order it.
Oh.
You order it, then a week later, you go to the store and you pick it up.
Oh well, you had to
now, mind
VIP
you, to his point, because he's spot on with this. I remember when my mom used to get the catalogs mailed to the house, and I would spend hours flipping through. Or I'll do you one better.
What you got?
Sunday paper would come.
Oh, and I had the.
Hold on, you would have the funny papers. Oh my God, I'm so old.
Toy section.
And then the funny papers right next to it would be all the store stuff where you could get the on sale toys, and then they had the toy section.
Absolutely.
And let me tell you something. That was the best time growing up as a kid. Like, y'all can just go on Amazon and search on eBay. We didn't have all that.
I looked in a magazine.
How about this?
Oh, you did? Well, I mean,
it would be like you and your friends, like, I'm going to get this, I'm going to get this. You all just sitting there like, yo, my mom going to get me this. And you just...
It's nostalgic. It was a different time because you actually had to work for the toys you wanted.
You absolutely had to.
But now, I went and we did that toy drive. Remember when we did that toy drive? Absolutely. Let me tell you something. These toys are ridiculously expensive.
Yeah, they are.
It is $20 a pop for an action figure. No, but that's because they got all these new accessories.
And inflammation.
Money for these little pieces of plastic that don't even look like anything.
Because when I was a kid, I was like, I always wanted to get a good Lego set. I'm old enough to get a Lego set. I'm too poor for a Lego set. Like, that's how it is.
Erica Glover said, do y'all remember Troll Dolls?
I didn't like them.
I had the action figure Troll Dolls. What was it? The gym. Yeah, the gym. Remember they had the gym in there, and it was like they were like the Ninja Turtles. They were.
No way. I don't remember that.
Oh, what? I don't remember that. Yo.
Hey, I'll do you one bigger and creepier. Furbies.
I loved my Furby. I had a Christmas Furby
Furby.
with bells on and little antlers. Why don't nobody like Furbies? I love my Furbies.
No, my best friend had one and they were legit.
Erica, you out here killing it in the game. I have to ask the question, and I'm gonna go around the table. When's the last time you really seen a toy commercial? When's the last time you seen a toy commercial?
So I don't watch TV, so that's not fair.
But I'm just seeing them.
Where you?
When you on the streaming site, sometimes they do still. TV though. Yeah, and they on TV too.
No, I haven't seen a toy
corny
commercial
stuff
in a
or
long
whatever,
time.
and it'll be random. But I guess I just catch them at the right
Steve,
time.
Kiss Dolls don't count.
I see them in conjunction with like TV shows. Like kids' TV shows.
But they told them to stop.
I've seen them like in junction with like kids' TV shows. So if you're watching Paw Patrol, they'll put up a commercial for a Paw Patrol playset.
Yeah, because they want to try to get you.
Khalil, big hug from the head nurse in charge to you. He said, my childhood sucked. My toys only came from the dollar store. Let me tell you something. Dollar store toys were at work too. You had a G.I. Jim.
As long as you were playing with it and
he bro.
That's the only thing that was important.
Transform robot.
Ninja Frogs.
Because really, our parents got duped. Because where is all of it?
The Incredible Hulk was Hulk Hogan. Yo, remember the wrestlers? Remember Police Academy toys?
Yeah.
No.
Look, we could go on and on and on. We're about to get up on it. We almost passed the 10 hour. Much love to everybody that stuck around with us for this evening. We kind of went off on a tangent about toys.
We should do it again.
And y'all came back hard after we had that whole...
Ain't nothing better when you come back hard.
What? Shut up, Mark. I'm trying to talk. Dang. Anyway, y'all came back real hard for us after we got blocked and all of that. What?
So they can hear you.
Yeah, okay, well, they need to hear me, so thank you.
You got a loud voice anyway, man.
Shut up.
You know when them soup coolers get to quivering, she ain't playing, boy. Look, she give me that eye like.
Remind me to bring earplugs next time.
Never to bring you no more ribs. I really can't.
Oh Lord.
No more ribs.
Whoa.
No more ribs.
Mark, you can never come on the show.
Stay off the show.
It wasn't the Nazi salute. It was the sassy thing.
I'm sorry, nigga. You don't come enough to be relevant anymore.
Don't worry, I'll bring some cookies. You'll be all right.
Nah, I could say, forget them cookies. Did you tasted one of them ribs? Yo, much love to y'all. Again, big shout out to Greater Allentown Comic-Con for having us and inviting us down and putting us in our guest spots to be able to do not only dope interviews but also cover the convention. Big ups to Eric Moran, who made sure that we were definitely set up and taken care of. Smoke, always much love. And to everybody that we were able to interview, the interviews are going to be coming out soon. Sean, thank you for coming up and making sure that to help us kind of supplement it by handling some of that color commentary at the con. And Teffy Wonder, the Lone Wonder clone, special thank you to you. You've been my ride or die for the last couple weeks. And see, nigga, I try to be nice, and this is what happens. But no.
I try to give him a little low tap, man.
No, listen, y'all might see me y'all might see me grind Tef up, but that's just the way we roll. We've been to 3 conventions in 4 weeks.
Yeah.
3 conventions in 4 weeks, not to mention doing the show weekly and on top of her handling a lot of our behind the scenes stuff. She is without a doubt, one of the most wondrous black women to ever walk the earth because she holds it down as a mother and she keeps us locked here. I just wish that she didn't have so much attitude, then I wouldn't want to kick her in the back. But
bye.
Damn.
Well, that's what you get in the package when you come for the strong black woman. Snap, snap, snap.
You just bring ribs. That's just the final recap. Stuff is happening in Hot Topics. Mandalorian is okay, and Mark is a Nazi.
Next week we have lit karaoke.
Oh, yeah, and no Nazis will be there. I promise. We definitely got lit karaoke. Patreon is up, and we even have a clothing commercial that we're going to show you right now. Don the Magic Wand on the wheels and teals, the wheels of steel, and the ones and two. I'm trying to stall for him to be able to boot it up real quick.
I like wheels and teals.
All right, so we're going to show you our new clothing line, sponsored by GJ Apparel. Go to gjapparelstore.com to be able to not only find Head Nerds in Charge merch. Please, by all means, buy it all up. It's dope, dope, dope. But any of that nerdy clothing that you find on the site, if you use our promo code NERDZ, NERDZ, you get a discount and you put some money in our pocket. See, you don't even have to give us money outright. Just buy dope stuff and you help us out. Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are tonight's entertainment.
And that's it. GJ Apparel. Much love to y'all. GJApparelStore.com. Make sure to go out and cop up. Mark, happy to have you back for if only for one night.
Well, my boss is probably watching right now, so thank you for that week off, man. And I hope y'all eating good. That's all.
Yeah, it's just don't watch the earlier parts of the show.
Yeah. Facts. Tef, you got anything to say to the people before we get out of here?
I hope everyone has a safe and happy Thanksgiving. I know I plan to.
Sean?
All right, so I got 2 conventions coming up. December 7th, Lehigh Valley Comic-Con. I'm hosting some panels. And head on over, this is actually a sincere one, December 15th at the Greater Philadelphia Oaks Expo Center for Gifts for Gamers. It's run by the Too Many Games people, where proceeds go to Phil Abundance. There's going to be celebrities, cosplay, vendors, and it's a wonderful charity event for you nerds, so you should head on over to that as well. Also, I run groups and stuff, and you can find me everywhere. I'm a whore. It's easy.
Wow. Sassy?
I am your guy, Sassy. You have seen me today. I have graced you with my presence. And I hope you have a nice holiday or a nice time off, whichever one applies to you.
This is King Kurt Live, and I just want to say on this eve of this holiday that white pilgrims came to America and took the indigenous people's land, murdered them, killed off most of an entire race of people, placed them in reservations, and have subjugated them even down to this day. So if you say, make America great, you let me know how the Native Americans feel about that. Y'all still calling them Indians to this day. You got the Redskins and the Cleveland Indians. I ain't trying to get too political. But while you smacking your lips around that turkey, and while you enjoying that mac and cheese and them collard greens, look around at your family and appreciate what you have, because it could be easily taken from you. If it's supposed to be a day of thanks, then you better thank the good creator that you have another day of life, because tomorrow's never promised to anybody. I just got real deep on y'all, and I hope I ruined all of your macaroni and cheese because I don't celebrate. Anyway, we get ready to get up out of here. Donna Magic Wand, we appreciate you as always. To our new addition to the team, my man Zeke, he out in the hallway, a new intern. To everybody who's joining the team, you're going to see a fresh new head nerds in charge in 2020. We got some dope things planned for you. Keep it locked, and don't forget to share the feed, show love, buy merch, and maybe, just maybe, Sassy will gratiate you with her presence. Maybe. We out.
Stay frosty.
Okay, bye.
Hey, let's go to McDonald's. Come on, man. Let's be a goof. McDonald's.